here's your host, Chelsea Edwards.
Welcome to another episode of Chatting with Chelsea. I'm your daytime breastie, Chelsea Edwards. And yes, you did hear me correctly, breastie, because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Now, we have an incredible woman, the one who first taught me that term. Lyndsey Levingston is back. She is a 5-year breast cancer survivor. Yeah, let's go ahead and give it up for her. Woo, woo, woo! And she is bringing 5 tips for thriving after cancer. She is somebody who will know, so can't wait to hear that. Now, we also have a 17-year breast cancer survivor. She is sounding the alarm about listening to our own bodies, no matter what anybody says, all right? And she's going to teach us how to find joy in the jam. Can't wait for that. But first, if you are battling breast cancer, have battled it, or you know someone in either of those situations, here's a message we all need to understand.
I don't know what other breast cancer survivor needs to hear this right now, but it is not your responsibility to make Breast Cancer Awareness Month, really impactful. Just know that, it's not on you. Take that pressure off. The number one best way to be the best breast cancer advocate you can be is by taking care of yourself with breast cancer. That's the absolute best thing you can do. Anything else you have energy for, in my opinion, is a miracle. Take a breath and know that we are doing enough by just surviving and doing our best to balance everything that comes along with having this disease. So we have permission to feel like failures all next month, and that's really okay. I swear, you're still doing a great job. I'm proud of you.
Yes, you are still doing a great job. I mean, keeping up the fight is enough in and of itself. That's a perspective that we don't always hear about. Welcome to Chat with Chelsea, Dr. Jacque Colbert, founder of Sipping Positivity. I know we're going to hear, thank you. We're going to hear more about your organization and the help that you provide for those battling breast cancer. But first, I want to start with your own story.
Yeah.
You are a 17-year breast cancer survivor. We got to give it up for you first, yes.
And as you give it up for me, thank you for having me. I'm giving it up for God.
Yes, yes.
I am so grateful because I don't sit here by happenstance. It's by God's good grace and the advent of great medicine and some things that I've put into place to continue living, dare I say, abundantly. So I'm so excited to sit with you and chat it up and talk about why I'm excited about this month. And, you know, as I looked at the preceding video, there are lots of thoughts that are going through my mind.
Yeah, okay, well, let's start there then. What did you think about, someone who's battling breast cancer and she's saying you don't have to, do the full out month?
I think that is totally fine, and I say it with this caveat. 2 or 3 or sometimes 4 things can be true at the same time.
Okay.
It is such a unique and personal journey that I think for some people, yes, and for everyone, the battle is the battle. Right. It is battle, not by chance. With its very definition, it is a challenge. But I think that there are a number of different ways in which people can go about taking care of themselves, and there isn't one right way. Okay. I may talk about a couple of things that I've done that may not be good for you or others who are out there listening to this conversation right now. What I do agree with, and the reason why I say 2 or 3 things can be true at the same time, is that the best care that anyone can do is self-care first, right?
Yes.
You cannot pour from a place that is unwell or a place that is empty. You've got to be able to have substance and the important ingredients or nutrients to be able to give back. So if one feels exhausted this month, chillax, baby, chillax. It's all right.
Yes, this is
all right.
Your official permission to chillax.
Exactly.
Now, you were diagnosed at the age of 39. Before you really were supposed to start getting mammograms.
Exactly.
So what was it that cued you into, I need to get this checked out?
I was tuned in.
Okay.
I was tuned in to a fault, and I'm so glad that I was. So at 39, I just completed a full physical with my general practitioner. She checked me from the top to the bottom, or from the rooter to the tutor, and all was good. No lumps, no bumps, no anything. 2 weeks later, I was in the shower, and hey, please don't take this the wrong way. I like myself.
Yeah.
I was feeling around and touching, and I felt something that just wasn't there before. And in listening to my body and my own conviction and that inner knowing, this thing that says to you something isn't right, I reached back out and I said, there's a lump in my breast. It doesn't feel right. I would like to have a mammogram. And we fought back and forth probably for a couple of months until she finally agreed, because again, in terms of the appropriate age at that time, I wasn't quite 40. 40 was coming up in September.
See, that's what I don't understand. Why is there a fight when you felt something, right? Were they trying to dismiss it as, you know, something benign, or just, oh, okay, you'll be fine until you're eligible for these mammograms?
I think that's what there are a couple of things there. One, there's a fight because she was a medical doctor and I just started my doctoral program more on the leadership and the management side.
Okay.
So I wasn't that kind of a doctor. And based on research at that point in time and the empirical data that showed the age range for which women were being diagnosed, it's vastly different today. Back then, those numbers were different. I still believe that people are challenged with getting mammography today depending on the health plan that they have. And that's one of the reasons that I want to help continue this fight. And we could talk about what that means for me later.
Absolutely.
But it shouldn't be a fight, Chelsea.
It should not
really
be a
should
fight.
Not be a fight.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to come back with more on the work that you do, and then also how to find Joy in the Jam.
We're going to talk
about it.
We
got to talk about it, okay?
Let's chat it up.
Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. We're back with Dr. Jacque Colbert, who is sipping positivity, even in the store. Right? So tell me about your organization. You actually help beyond medical bills. Like a lot of times we hear about, you know, raising funds for people fighting breast cancer because they need to pay these medical bills, but there's so much more that they need beyond that.
You know what? Sometimes it's as simple as groceries. True story, I made one of my favorite calls just this morning to our Survivor. We had a Nominate the Survivor series, and this young lady simply needs help with groceries, buying things like laundry detergent, supplementing her prescriptions that she needs, filling in the gap in a number of different ways.
Yes.
One of the reasons why it's so important to me is that while I was going through my breast cancer journey, even though I had great health care and all of that, the Susan G. Komen Foundation helped me with housekeeping services. Why?
Wow.
Not because I was lazy, because I'm Guyanese, and my Caribbean parents did not play when it came to housework. So
you know how to keep the house clean.
Absolutely. I'm anal retentive about a clean house, but I had neuropathy in my fingers. Couldn't feel the tip of my fingers. It made it very difficult for me to work, type, and do a number of things. And so they paid to have housekeeping services for me for 6 months throughout my journey.
Wow.
Susan G. Komen, thank you for your great support. So today, when someone calls me that's going through the same battle, it varies the types of things that they may need. They may need additional support with someone coming in and helping them with their mobility. I think that the spectrum is very wide, and oftentimes we try to kind of bucket what we think people would need, and it just depends. It depends is actually one of my favorite phrases, because there are 8 billion of us, Chelsea. Just like there's no one like you and no one like me, there's no one like the women who are either going through it right now or may go through it in the future. And same goes for men. So we are very open to making sure that when someone reaches out, we validate their diagnosis, and whatever the gap is that needs to be filled, we do our very best to help to support it.
I love that. And you also spread positivity. I mean, that was the name of the organization, Sipping Positivity.
Yes.
So how are you helping these fighters find joy in the jam, in the midst of what they're going through?
So again, 2 or 3 things can be true at the same time. One of the things that I know to be true and how I find joy in a jam, I love to dance.
Okay.
I'll challenge anybody to dance off. Not you, Chelsea, not you, because your dance off it was epic. It was epic.
I mean, I'm down.
But I love dancing, and there's empirical research that shows by the American Journal of Dancing that you have a 40% increase in serotonin in your brain.
Okay.
For those of us keeping it real and not making fancy words up, that's the good stuff that's flowing around in the great stuff in your brain that just makes you feel good.
Good juices.
It comes up in your spirit, and it just makes you want to
yes.
do a little in the chair bogle or whatever dance, Texas two-step, whatever you do. It brings the good natural chemicals flowing to your brain. And why not?
Yeah.
It can reduce depression. It can get you into that better space, and then it drives other types of behaviors where if you're feeling good, then you want to look good and you want to step out and create a little joy in a jam.
Okay.
So it's a number of different things that you can do.
All right, that is a great tip there. No matter what the diagnosis is, just do a little dancing and get those good chemicals going.
Exactly.
All right.
Movement is life, and life is movement. Our bodies were made to move, and I don't want to minimize or dismiss the thought that everyone is able to do that.
Right.
But I would submit to them that wherever you sit, stand, or you're laying down, try to do something that enables you to move a little bit. You know, when my fingers, and I still deal with neuropathy today in my fingers and my toes, I still try to snap a little bit, move that body a little bit. And maybe it's just because I'm fresh like that.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you got to do.
I love
it. It could be singing.
Okay.
It could be dancing. One of my other loves is drumming. I do African drumming. I was doing some drumming last weekend. And I'm an exercise junkie. And I don't need to talk about all of the research that is out there that speaks to the importance of health and wellness and being balanced. And again, I recognize that the challenge it's very challenging for a lot of people while they're going through the fight and even after.
Right.
But wherever you sit, just a little bit of movement, one day at a time.
I love that. Wherever you sit. Okay, well, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with our other breastie, Lyndsey. But, I mean, since we're about to do a commercial break, I think we should do a dance break as well.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay,
let's go.
do
Let's
it.
go. Let's go.
All right.
Come back to me.
My breastie is back. Welcome, Lyndsey Levingston of SurviveHER. Okay, you first taught me that term last year, so I couldn't help but to keep rolling it out today.
I love it.
Yes.
Breastie. Yeah, we are a strong community.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Good to see you. Thanks for having me back, Chelsea.
Absolutely. All right, so you have been a breast cancer survivor for 5 years now. And one of the things you want people to know is that there are ways to make that journey after cancer a beautiful one. Okay, so we talked a little bit about movement in the last segment. That is one of your tips to thriving after cancer.
Yeah, reconnecting with movement and through movement. It's so important that in survivorship that we are honoring our temples and living like our breast healthiest lives through movement, keeping our hearts pumping. And so I have been very intentional to work out every day. Like my body feels depleted if I don't move it.
Oh, wow.
And I find so much joy in going for walks. I love to go to Memorial Park and just experience the nature, the sunshine, and get a good sweaty session.
Yes.
And I've also, because I'm at a higher risk for osteoporosis, because I carry the BRCA1 gene mutation, I have to do strength training. And so I've incorporated that movement into my regimen. And so I'm feeling so much stronger, like mind, body, and soul. So it's just good overall.
How long did it take after you beat cancer for you to want to do all this movement? Or was it gradually you were able to increase, like how long you were walking or how much weight you were lifting?
Well, let me tell you this. When I was going through chemo, I was doing Zumba, kickboxing. As long as I had the energy and strength to move, I was moving my body because it was beneficial to push that chemo through my system. So I never stopped moving.
Okay, girl.
I didn't let breast cancer take over me. I took over breast cancer. Do you hear me?
Yes.
And I can, but now on this side of it, I'm just moving even more, and I enjoy it.
Wow, that is beautiful and so good to know, because we typically think like, oh, you just have no energy, but there are times where you can push yourself and you can get through it.
Yes, what I tell my breasties and those who are going through treatment, as long as you have the energy, don't stay in the bed. Yes, you will experience fatigue after going through treatment, and those may be next 12 to 24 hours. But that moment that you have some energy, go walk to the mailbox, walk down the street, walk in your neighborhood, and you'll find this sense of renewal and strength just through putting one foot in front of the other.
Absolutely. Now, your breasties also tend to talk about intimacy being different after cancer.
So yes, your body changes. Listen, your body changes. You are adjusting to new breast.
Okay.
For me, I had a double breast mastectomy, breast reconstruction. I have implants, so I like mine. I have to wear a bra.
Okay.
I am free as can be, so that's a plus.
Newfound freedom, breasty.
Yes, but you are, I mean, and even in relationships and dating, et cetera, and those who are married, from what I've heard from my breasties, there are changes, physiological changes that you are adjusting to. For me, I experience hot flashes because I'm in medically induced menopause.
Oh, wow.
And so when I'm going on dates, I have to whip out my fan because I'm sweating. And I'm just saying, excuse me, and I make it really cute. And I whip my fan out.
It's so sexy, that glow.
So, I mean, but they're varied experiences through which we have to adjust in survivorship. I'll say that.
Is part of that adjustment having more conversation so it's not so awkward?
Right. It's so taboo to talk about, vaginal dryness or, low libido or whatever it may be. And these are conversations that we're having in our circles, but it's normal. It's okay.
Yes.
And it's natural in survivorship. We just have to embrace it. And for those who are partnered, you have to have those conversations with your partner to embrace the new normal.
And I'm glad there are places where you can have these conversations, because that's another big part of thriving after, is having that tribe, having that circle, right?
So important to find your community, your tribe, girlfriends with whom you can have those really vulnerable and transparent conversations, and not thinking that you have to experience it or go through it alone. You're not alone. There are other women who are going through the same thing. But there's nothing like having that community of women, especially breasties who've gone through it. Like we have, I'm in a sorority. I'm very proud to be a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. And we have, our ski, our pinky, we have our connections. In the breastie sisterhood, we show each other our scar marks from our port scars.
Oh.
And so just having that small connection really brings women together who are on this side of, I would say, this side of survivorship.
Yes. Yeah. Now, another conversation you have that I guess we may not hear a whole lot of, like those of us who are on the outside of it, is hair. Like having to.
Okay, this is what I like to tell my sisters, my breasty sisters. You may or may not lose your hair, and if you do, it's gonna grow back.
Okay.
I lost my hair, and my chemo curls grew back. It was so beautiful. I had this beautiful texture. Baby, overnight it reverted to like a 4E.
What?
It's kinky under this wig. It's kinky.
You got a whole different hair texture.
It's a new texture, and I refuse to put relaxer in my hair now, having undergone treatment and having been exposed to so many other chemicals internally. I'm very mindful now of what I put on my skin, on my hair, on my body. One of which is I refuse to relax it. So I gotta train it, but I work out so much, Chelsea. So I'm like, well, what do I do? It's natural under here, so it's just going to be beautiful on the outside.
But that's an adjustment. Yes.
You find solutions and you just keep rocking it.
Right.
And I feel so empowered in this season of my life. I'm feeling so much joy, which is my middle name, empowerment, peace, because I'm moving. I'm mindful about what I'm eating and putting on my body, all of which to just keep my risk so low for any potential of recurrence.
Yes.
Because that is something that we live with every day, that fear of, could it return? Could the breast cancer return?
And that's a conversation that we have been having. People are becoming more aware that the things that they are even putting on their bodies can have an
Absolutely.
effect on that. So commend you for all that, and I see why your middle name is Joy. You also find the joy in this new version of you. That's another thing that women have to get accustomed to. Just your whole new version of yourself.
It's like Lyndsey 2.0, a Lyndsey that I didn't even know that I would evolve into, a founder of a breast cancer organization, SurviveHER, through which I have so much purpose and have received clarity through my work in ministry and serving women. And I'm loving this phase of my life. Yes, I am a divorcee, breast cancer survivor, thriver, single woman, childless. All of that sometimes does make me sad, like when I think about all of that. But on the other end, I'm like, God, I'm healthy, I'm alive, I'm excited to be here. I'm so incredibly blessed and grateful.
Yes.
And I'm just excited to see what God is going to do in my life next.
Amen.
Husband, if you're watching.
Okay, she's here. She may sweat a little bit on a date, but she is gorgeous. You're winning with this one. All right, girl, we love having you.
And it's so much fun to be here.
Yes,
Thank you, Chelsea.
beautiful to watch your journey. Guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with more after this.
Got the feeling. Come back to me.
Since we have two breast cancer surviving dancing dolls, we had to clear the chairs so we could dance it out. You guys have got to check out Sipping Positivity and SurviveHER to find out how you can support their causes. Follow us on social at Chelsea Show Fox, and we will see you on the next Chatting with Chelsea.